All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I want to talk a little bit today about the market. Obviously, the market looks a little bit shaky. I mean, yesterday we went down to around $41,700 on the BTC. I did send a message on Discord to say, guys, if we do go to $41,333 and below, then unfortunately we might be going down to the 37K. I want to kind of go back to that because what I've noticed is if we do go to 41,333, actually it's not 37. I mean, it could be 37, which is good, but there's a stronger support around the $34,000 level, which I want to warn everybody about, right? So that's something I just want to warn you that, guys, if we did dip down to those levels, then we're just going to slip through and fall to the $34,000 level. And it's an important level because it's kind of the level where the 21-week moving average is as well. So I am kind of focused on that as well. But good news, right? So this is a good news, right? This is what I want to say. Looking at the market, we are way above the 21 week. We are way above the 21 day, right? All of those moving averages, we are way above those, right? So it's all good, right? Ain't complaining at all. The market is still showing a lot of bullish signs. And it just wants to continue, even though the indicators are saying overbought, overbought, shouting and screaming overbought. Pretty much all of the other major altcoins as well. So I'm talking about the blue chips, the top 100 coins, and other coins who have now reached the top 100 as well. I'm talking about all of them. They are all shouting and screaming overbought. Different timelines, obviously. Some of them haven't been around that long to give us that weekly indicator, but they are doing it on the daily. So we are seeing all of these, like, for example, here's a good one. You've got SEI, say, right? I talk about this quite often, right? Say, it's a good project I've looked at. It's been flashing overbought for the last 3-4 days. And currently it is coming down. But the funny thing is it's coming down only back to its golden ratio, right, on the Fibonacci. So when I use the Fibonacci on it, it's showing me it's coming back to its golden ratio, which is pretty much where you want to buy, right? It's coming back to the 0.618 level, which is exactly the buy zone. Coincidentally, that's what happened yesterday, like after the pump. So yesterday it went to around 54 cents and then it came back to the golden ratio and it just got bought up again, right? So that particular coin, people seem to be using the Fibonacci's more than anything else, right? They're literally selling on the Fibonacci high and buying on the Fibonacci lows. It's brilliant, right? When I look at that, I'm like, okay, there's a pattern here. You can see this is not your average Joe just coming in and pumping the life out of it, because when that happens, it's because a lot of people are not experienced in how these trades work and the market goes parabola or whatever, and people are unaware how to do this, right? But when you trade Fibonacci, everybody that's trading Fibonacci or the levels, right, are basically making the same amount of money, exiting at the same time and entering back in at the same time. It's brilliant, right? Because that's a coin that I've constantly mentioned to you since I've like first mentioned it. I said it's like 10-20%, 10-20%, and sometimes we're even doing 30%, right? But it's more of a Fibonacci game than anything else, right? You buy at a Fibonacci level and then you sell, and then you buy again and sell again. So that's what I'm looking at it. Currently sitting at 47 cents, coming down a little bit. Again, it's in that golden pocket. I might be jumping back in again, another 10-20%. Why not, right? So that's that. Now, there are other coins, obviously. One of the brothers on Discord, he mentioned something. He said maybe something to look at was, and I think that's what he meant, right? Take the Solana profits and put it into Aptos and pump Aptos because of where it is. I can see the structure, I can see what he's talking about, but to be honest, Solana's not over. Solana's not over. I did mention previously on Discord as well, Solana, again, based on Fibonacci's as well, right? Solana is shouting and screaming 138, right? It went to 120 something, 128 or something. So I was about off by $10, but Fibonacci's are not 100% accurate. I mean, they are 100% accurate, by the way. Believe me or not, they are accurate. But it can take a little bit of time. It doesn't happen overnight, guys. So if we have a target, we need to wait for that target. Like I said about Say, I said, say we have a target, we need to go to this level. It reached that level, then it dumped. And so we buy at this level, and then we're going to hit the 52 cents level. We hit 54, came down again. What do you think the next level is? And I can tell you the next level is 75. So if we find resistance from the if we find support around the golden zone, golden area, golden pocket, and we enter, then the next pump should take us to 75 cents, right? Again, it's brilliant, right? So we know what the market wants to do, how the structure wants to play. Obviously, it all depends on the entire market. Now, entire market, when I'm talking about it, I'm literally saying, look, the biggest dominance coins out there, they are holding support right now, right? You know, BTC sitting at 42,900 right now. And just for reference, I want to give you the time and date, right? So you understand. The time now is 18 minutes past 1 p.m. In the afternoon on the 27th of December. It's a Wednesday, 2023. So at least those of you guys who have watched the video until now, you know exactly what time I'm talking about this, right? And this is what I'm seeing in front of me. I'm seeing market cap, total market cap sitting at $1.62 trillion, almost 629, which is almost $63 trillion. And we did reach that earlier on. BTC sitting at 42,900. Ethereum sitting at 2,288. So I can give you the numbers, right? The point is that's where the market is. Again, we are holding support. Right now, we're holding support. We're moving sideways, which is fine. I don't see an issue. Now, when I move sideways and I start seeing patterns and I start seeing all sorts of flags and everything coming up, right? Especially on a bullish pattern, right? BTC is flashing to me like 48,000 is imminent, right? It's going to do 48,000. It's definitely flashing that. Now, it's flashing that while it's showing bearish indications, right? Advanced bearish indications to say that, yes, guys, we are overbought, right? We are way overbought. We definitely need a dump, right? So it's definitely telling me, be cautious. We need a dump. At the same time, it's saying, if this continues as it is, then we might just snap to 48, even possibly even test the 51. Right now, I've never mentioned 51 before, but this is the first time I'm mentioning 51 because that's what all the indicators, all the charts, all the technicals are showing me, right? So I'm happy with that, but I'm going to play it cautiously. I've mentioned to many of you guys, have your stop losses, have your trailing stops, whatever you want to have, right? Depending on how you're trading it. Have those things sorted because that's what's going to protect you, right? When you're going to be pumping, you're going to be making money. You're going to be happy. Your emotions are going to be brilliant, right? But at the same time, when it starts dumping, you just don't know when to press stop, right? So you need to be able to set up those levels and say, right, okay, I'm going to have a trailing stop on the spot markets. I always say that, have a trailing spot. Even on leverage, you can still have trailing stops as well. So, you know, set those things up, guys. Set those things. While you're moving up, yeah, trail it, no problem, right? But if it starts to dump, get out, exit, take your money, and be safe. That's what I'm saying, right? So looking at the market, I mean, from what I'm seeing even today, like when I saw Matic pump yesterday and all of the other coins, I can mention so many guys, so many coins pumped, right? So while the market was bloody, there was a few really good ones like Matic. What was it? Matic was one of the good ones. Say was one of the good ones. Sui. Nobody even looks at Sui. I mean, Sui's done brilliant, right? So these are the coins I was looking at who are pumping. Like even today, DSO is well, kind of plus. It's not that great. Let's see who done really well today. Who's been doing really well, right? So there's a coin called Enzyme. I don't know if you know about this. They've done 18% today. No one's even looked at them. They've done 18% today. So I'm happy with Enzyme, you know, brilliant. 18%. You can't go wrong with that. Sorry. Yeah, 18%. 18%. I'm not, you know, Enzyme. So it's doing brilliant. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the charts on the fly. Right. Here's another one. I know, what's his name? KR would love this one. Now, I do have it tracking because funny thing is I just discovered I do still hold some of it. I don't know how, but I still hold it because I thought I dumped it. It's called Dreams. Dreams Quest is up 10% today. So maybe there's a bit of a chance. Now, one of my best performers this particular time was actually Bakery. Right? Bakery's been performing brilliant. Today's down about 9%. I ain't complaining, right? You know, when I'm looking at Astra, ASTR, right, pumped 10% today. Brilliant. You know, there are some of these coins are just doing crazy stuff. Okay, here's a good one, right? You're going to hear this. You're going to be pretty shocked, right? This is crazy. BeamX. Right now, I'm not sure if it's bugging out or what's going on. BeamX is showing 170% pump. I'm going to actually go into the chart because I want to see what the hell is going on here. Right, BeamX is showing, ooh, yeah, so BeamX definitely volatile. Okay, I'm seeing the premium index. That's probably a little bit of a, okay, let me go back into this because this is crazy. BeamX, done. See what we got here. No, it's not. Okay, so it's So what I saw was basically bad, because that's what it's probably leverage. It's just showing me leverage, right? But actually, no, Beam didn't do much today. Beam is currently minus. So on the trading side, yes, it's up, but on the other side is minus. So yeah, nothing interesting here, guys. All right, so I think I got the wrong chart for that one. No wonder it's been showing certain things. But never mind. Look, that's not the point. The point here is, right, there's a lot of coin. Sorry, I just saw EFI. EFI has just pumped 17%. 17% on EFI. So when I'm looking at the market, when I'm seeing some of these coins that didn't move before, right? So when I'm looking at these and I'm saying, okay, there's a whole bunch of coins that haven't moved before, are still moving right now. Even though the major coins are bloody or were bloody, the minor coins, the other coins sitting there against, at least in the top 200 rank, they're still showing green signs, means that people have not exited. Because the moment you're going to start realizing that people are starting to exit, and I'm talking about whale movements and all sorts of other movements, right? You start noticing these things is when everything becomes bloody, especially the altcoins that have pumped quite a lot. And when you see an actual bloody red day, so when you see, half the market, okay, major caps, big caps, red, others are still green, the game is still on. The game is still on, right? It's not over yet. But when you start seeing everything is red, that's the time you know that, okay, now shit hit the fan, everyone's about to exit, right? So far, I'm still seeing movements. Like right now, we just hit 1.63 trillion. So again, doing very good. I can see BTC's trying to get to the $43,000 level, and it actually broke it earlier on. So it's everything's looking good. I'm not complaining. So this is what I'm trying to say. Market is becoming a lot more green. Yes, we've had a couple of days worth of blood, right? That's because there was not enough players in the game, number one, and because it was Christmas, right? So you got to understand. So we're back. The game's still on. The push is still going to happen. All I'm going to warn everybody and tell everybody, and I've got a lot, this list here that I'm watching is actually the list that I'm kind of, I still have like coins sitting there. So I went through all my wallets, right? I was sitting there yesterday. I went through every single one of my wallets and I was like, okay, do I have shrapnels? Do I have dust? Do I have this sitting in there? Coins that may have taken my initial out, but I still got a little portfolio left, right? Some, loose change remaining. So I made a list of all the loose change that I have still remaining. Some of them trades are still open. Sell orders are still open. So it's not buy orders, these are sell orders. And I found 61 coins that I've basically set up orders and whatnot, but they haven't hit my targets. And my targets are ridiculous, right? I'm talking about when a coin is sitting at like 10 cents, right? My target was like $1. Right? So it probably never come, but the point is it's still there. And I'm saying, right, okay, I need to now go back in and say, okay, let me change everything. Instead of putting my targets at $1, maybe I should trail it and see how far it goes. So rather than looking at $1, maybe it might go to 80 cents, right? But at least I can lock those profits down. And then when the market bleeds out, I can actually buy some, right? That's what I'm thinking. So other than that, I don't want to say anything else. Now, let's talk about No Central. So No Central on the 1st of January midnight, so when the clock strikes midnight, that's it. Any wallets that do not arrive by that time will not get an airdrop. Okay, I just want to make that clear to everybody. I'm putting this on a video. Will not get an airdrop, right? But you will be considered for other stuff later on in the future. So we are going to set the airdrop date. I am going to announce this on the video, so you will all know when the exact airdrop is happening. So all I'm going to do now is put everything on a CSV file and then just chuck it into the blockchain and set it up. I'm going to put a timer so everybody gets the airdrop at the same time, right? That should give the project around, I think it's about 700-800 users. I'm not sure how many people gave double wallets or whatnot. So I'm going to filter everything. If I see double wallets, obviously I can't send it to the same address twice. So I'm going to filter things out a little bit. And I've got an assumption it's about, 600-700 wallets. Some of them I have noticed are double. So hopefully, obviously it's going to filter out the doubles. But that 600-700 users we're going to have straight away. But before I do that, I will do one thing just to make it look better. I'm going to stick a little bit of liquidity. I'm not going to put all the liquidity. I'm going to put a little bit of liquidity, airdrop everything. And then once all of that is done, depending on people, if they want to go out and trade and provide liquidity and do whatever they want to do, by all means, I'm not stopping you. It's decentralized. You are in control. You are in power what to do. I'm just going to start initiating the tokenomics the way it should be, and start deploying the tokens to its relevant locations, right? So for example, staking pool, XYZ. I'm going to be starting doing that. Once all of these are set up, then I'm going to create some sort of a website or something where you can go in and start interacting. Before that, you can obviously interact with it through the decentralized means. Because again, with the website, I thought about it. I said, I can go and get a hosting and get a domain and whatnot, launch a website, but that's not decentralized, right? That's me owning that website. I don't want to do that, right? So I thought about it. I thought maybe I might use a decentralized method to do it, like for example Netlify or something like this, which is not connected to me, it's connected to the GitHub, right? So I'm thinking doing something that way, where a website is connected directly to GitHub. Any updates, anything we do on GitHub will show up, will reflect on the website. But at the same time, other than me owning the GitHub account, I don't own anything else. There's no hosting, there's none of these domain nonsense or whatever, right? Because that's the worst thing we could have. Of course, it would look great. I might have a domain to point towards there, but I think the website should stay that way. And another benefit to that is whatever I host there, I can actually host directly onto IPFS as well. So because it's on IPFS, this means it's immutable, right? It will stay there forever. So I just thought about it that way. I thought that's much more of a greater idea, and maybe that's something I should pursue. But look, nothing's set in stone. Things will adapt, and as I said, this is a project where I don't want to be launching a tokenomics beforehand, making promises which I might not be keeping because I might be changing or adapting. But I'd rather do a tokenomics and all the white paper, everything, after I've done certain parts of it, because I really truly want this thing to be a success, right? Because not only do I want No Central to be like a decentralized exchange, I also want it to be a launch pad. And what better thing to launch on there right in the beginning is our own meme coin, right? And that's where things get fun, because with the meme coin that I've thought about, I want to create a truly, how would I say this? It's going to be freaking crazy. I want to create a true meme coin that has a complete fair launch, right? A fair launch meme coin means I don't dictate what the price is. I'm just going to put everything in a pool, right? And then like there's not going to be any pre-sale. There is another project as well, by the way, so we'll talk about that later. But no pre-sale, none of that business. Just go and open a sale page and people can go and just buy whatever they want, and then let's pray and see what the market does, right? So that should be a nice one. And of course there is another project I mentioned before as well. That one's a lot more powerful project, much more important project. That one will have private sales, pre-sales, actual sales. We're even planning to launch it on the exchanges and whatnot. So this is a bigger project, right? But I want to test the waters, guys. I want to test the waters, right? If No Central works out, then obviously we want to launch a meme coin on No Central and see how that works out. So that's kind of like testing the system. And when everything else works out, then I want to launch the bigger project, which is going to be the game changer for everybody. So, it should be very interesting. It should be very interesting. Again, guys, what you need to understand is my intention, right, to do all of this is to explore the Web3 space, create something that is truly decentralized, that is truly a community thing, is not about financial gains. And I urge everybody to believe and understand this, that any of these projects that I'm going to be working on will not be giving you or making any promises of any financial returns, right? But at the same time, I'm not asking you guys for anything in money-wise, right? Of course, when I say like we're going to do a private sale, we're going to do pre-sale and whatnot, those funds are not going to come to me or anybody in the team or anything like this, right? Those funds are going to be purely used for the project, which means a private sale, whatever the private sale we raise, that's going to go towards the development, right? Whatever pre-sale funds we raise, that's going to go towards the liquidity, right? and then whatever sales we do, that's going to also go back to liquidity and the treasury. So it doesn't come to me, right? You will see me in the same car. You won't see anything change, right? Why? Because that's not my intent to do it like this. Because people who, that what I've noticed, and this is the whole thing I'm against, right? Because I've noticed the same group of people coming out doing multiple projects and this and that and keeping themselves anonymous, right? Or connecting with other people and doing whatnot, but they're just there to make money. Right? I've seen people just go out there to make money, and because they're out there to make money, they have the backing and everything, and they already raise millions and millions of dollars, right? That's what they do. How they do it, I have no idea, but they're all part of the same group. That's what I've noticed, right? And there are small exchanges out there who are launching their own projects, and no one needs to know what's going on, and that's what they're doing. They're just scamming people with their launch pads, right? So I thought about it and I said, look, we've got to do our own launch pad, something that we can vet and verify and make sure are legit, and make sure we have in a particular type of mechanic in there that safeguards people to the best of our abilities, obviously safeguards people and their funding. And obviously we want to prevent rug pulls and this and that, because one of the biggest rug pulls I'm seeing right now are exchange rug pulls, right? What I mean is, exchanges are launching tokens, right? They do, oh, we're going to do this massive launch pad. So they do that, they get people excited, and then what happens is someone comes along and like, for example, the token launches at $1, and all of a sudden it dumps, and now it's gone to a penny, right? In the case of Dreams, we talked about Dreams, right? Same day it happened. It went to like $2 or $3, and then it got pulled, right? And as soon as all the profit got pulled, it went to zero. Not zero, but close to zero. It never recovered. So similar kind of stuff is happening, and that's the stuff that's annoying me. I'm like, no. There has to be a protection mechanism in there. Now, people might not like us. People might not like me for what I want to do to protect it. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm sure people who are genuine will say, do you know what? That's the right way to do it. All right. So I'm not disclosing any more, but I just wanted to, like, everybody to understand, guys, anything I talk about here is not financial advice, number one. Number two, there should not be any financial expectation, like any financial gains or anything like this from anything I do, right? Because I'm not doing things in the corporate manner or the manner where I have intention to make money. So there's no expectation of profit from me, right? I'm just doing it wholeheartedly, doing something, and I'm going to keep it open source, right? So everyone can see it's for everybody, right? Hence why giving 50% of, I want to give away 50% of the tokens. Obviously, if people don't come, obviously we have terms and conditions, right? Terms and conditions as in per wallet is only going to get 10,000. We have a date. If you don't come before that date, then I'm not going to continue giving that for the rest of the life, right? I can use that for other promotions and other marketing. So, but 50% is allocated, right? Does that make sense? 50% is allocated for the airdrops. Now, what happens after that or what happens during that, none of my business, right? And we might do other stuff as well. I mean, we might do bonus drops and whatnot. You know what? If there's coins remaining, why not? Why not? Right? But the point is each just doing an airdrop, giving you a coin doesn't make any difference, right? It doesn't make any sense. What makes sense is having value in the coin and creating actual utility for the coin. That's what matters. So that's where I'm looking at. Again, remember, guys, I'm a no coder. Right? I'm an absolute freaking no coder. So I will be definitely using all the tools available to me to launch what I'm launching, basically, and then build upon that. So, you know, I'm going to be launching the token first and then working my way into the actual exchange and whatnot. And yeah, we'll see where it goes, because I think, you know, with the right mindset and the right project, right? And this is one of the reasons why, rather than doing one project or two projects and this and that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to launch 2-3 projects. I'm saying this on a video. I'm going to launch 2-3 projects, and I'm going to launch it out there. I'm going to leave it there. Each one is its own unique entity, right? You know, it has its own purpose. And then that's it. So, and you can verify everything on the blockchain, who created it and where the coins are. So at least that way, you know that I myself have never ever taken anything unless I specify specifically, say, oh, 5% for the founder or 5% for the team or whatever. Unless I specify these things, right? There's no hidden agenda, right? Make sure you understand this. So it's going to be interesting, and that's one of the reasons why I've been very vocal, and I've been talking to the community, and I've been talking to everybody else. I'm like, guys, I want to do this, and when I do this, I definitely need to have like members of the community also backing me up, coming forward and saying, right, we're going to support you. And the support I need, funny thing is, I don't need marketing support. I don't need anybody to give me money or anything. None of that business, right? The type of support I need is like, if you know how to design a website, that would really help, right? If you know how to, if you want to provide liquidity, that helps. But liquidity providing is not through me. You do it through yourself, right? So that's why, like when we're launching the No Central, when I'm distributing all the tokens, you are free to go and provide liquidity yourself. Do you know what I mean, right? Just got to make sure that before you go and provide liquidity, I kind of set the price, because I know some people might go and say, all right, we want $1 a coin. Well, hold on, guys. If you're going to do $1 a coin for 100 million coins, that's $100 million project, right? Is that right? No, it's not, right? So we don't want our project to be overvalued. I mean, anything up to $1 million, I don't think that's a problem, right? So the maths has to be also done, and a price has to be set so that it doesn't go above that. Now, if it naturally gets traded and the price is increased through that, by all means, right? But our initial price valuation should not be stupid. That's what all I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be stupid, right? You know, because things will get messy, and you don't want things to be messy. That's all I'm trying to say here, right? You know, especially when it comes to buyers and sellers and trading and greed, right? Things will get messy. So I'm going to do my best to protect everybody, and hopefully everyone will benefit from that. And yeah, let's move on. Let's see how things go on. But other than that, I hope you all have a I hope you all had a great Christmas, and I hope you all have a great New Year. Just in case if I'm not doing another video before that, because I am kind of busy, you know, busy with life and everything. But I'll see if I can. I mean, if I do come online and do something, then yeah, you will all know about it. But other than that, listen, guys, I don't want to drag this too long. It's always nice to see you guys here. I appreciate all your comments, positive, negative, everything. I do appreciate them. So, you know, I would appreciate if you could hit that like button to get the algorithm rolling. If subscribe if you haven't already, and hope to catch you on another one very soon. But remember, put something in the comment. Let me know what you feel, how you want to do certain things, and you know what your thoughts are. What do you think? The market going to go and test the 48k, or maybe not? Right? Let me know. Let me know. That's what I'm saying. Because remember one thing, like for me to come here and make these videos, I need YouTube algorithm to say that you actually want to watch this, right? If you're not telling the algorithm you want to watch this, or you want to hear me, whatever, then YouTube algorithm's not telling me anything, so I can't do anything. Do you know what I mean? I'll go in my own pace. But for me to be dedicated and to do this on a regular basis, probably even go back to live streams and, you know, AMAs. We're definitely going to do some AMAs anyway. Let the algorithm know, right? Let the algorithm know. But other than that, guys, I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.